Hi YouTube. I'm recording a video in my car. I'm waiting to go to work. I only have a few minutes left. I worked out tonight. Watched a few YouTube videos because that's what I do now. I also got the rest of my lunch and breakfast and whatnot. My food, snacks. I had to turn the light on just so you can see me. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see me in the dark. I would like to give a message to those who are young, and not just young, but everybody. And I guess this is where I don't fall susceptible to the body positivity / fat acceptance movement, is I don't seek my validation with others' approval. And how I have learned, especially maybe my history with customer service experience, is that you can't please everyone. And so I've learned that, generally speaking, I don't exist so others can be happy with me. And as much as I want that acceptance, and it does feel good to have people accept me because that is a good feeling, I don't live my life on the presence of that. And I also don't seek validation with that either. My value and my worth are not dependent on if somebody accepts me. And this became more solidified when I became Christian, and the only opinion that really mattered to me was God's. So, I mean, everybody else could be disappointed with me, but if I didn't do what was right for my relationship with God, that's on me. And I have to love myself for who I am and know that there are things about my body I don't like, but that doesn't mean I don't love myself. And so I want young women out there to understand, and it could be you teenagers, it can be anybody overweight, or even anybody just struggling with their body issues, just weight, and just, you could be fit and just have certain things about yourself you don't like. But don't seek validation from others. It is so easy with social media now to get those likes, to get people to do those thumbs up, and to get the validation of other people like you, and other people like the pictures that you post, and to hide behind filters and hide behind the makeup tutorials and the hair and the styles and stuff. But most importantly, don't grip onto that. It's nice to get that, and it does feel good, and it's great and all, but literally don't hang on to that. I don't seek value from other people's opinions about me. It's great if you want to compliment me. I like hearing that, hey, you look great, you've lost a lot of weight, I think you're looking really good, you're glowing. I've had people compliment me, and I don't mind it. I think I actually do appreciate it. It shows I am doing a good job. It shows that I should keep going and not quit. But I don't cling onto that for my value and my self-worth. So with the body positivity movement, you try to make that you want to cling to other people's acceptance about you, and you're not always going to get that, and you can't control that. So you are going to live your life completely unhappy and unsatisfied. So there are certain truths that not everybody is going to like about themselves, and every one of us can look in the mirror and point out flaws that they think everybody sees. But I'm sure if you did some social experiment, you'll find out that there are other flaws they see that you don't, and they never once saw the ones you thought. And maybe they're not even looking at your flaws, and you think they are, and things like that. I just want to put out there that your value should not be determined by other people's acceptance of you. So regardless if they accept you, if you're fat or overweight or any kind of insecurity you think they are, you shouldn't care about that. You should care about your own health and how you feel about yourself, and you should find ways to fix that. And my way was faith in the church and stuff. And I do know there are people who don't like me, and I have dealt with jerks who literally made me feel bad about my weight. But I didn't let that get me down. I didn't let it shape my opinion about society. I don't blame society for how I became fat. I blame me, and I take full responsibility for that. But I do not care about other people's opinions about my body. If they don't like it, that's fine. But the only people's opinions that I really care about are my family and my close friends, because they say it out of love and concern for my health, not because of my appearance. And everybody else outside that little circle of my life ends up trying to push their opinion on me, and that literally means that they don't care. They just want to feel important because they feel like they're doing something good for society. So I don't cling to other people's opinions, but I also don't let my self-worth, my value, my self-esteem, you name it, none of that is determined and predicated on anybody else's acceptance of me. And if I find difficulty in society where, yeah, I do feel it's unfair, and yes, there are some sort of injustices that are hard to prove for people who are big, but I've accepted it. I've lived my life. I'm as successful as much as I'll ever be, and as much as I hold myself back, I am fine with it. I would like it to change, but the likelihood of that changing is very slim to none, and I live my life despite it. And it doesn't stop me from being happy and enjoying life. So I want to put out there, young ladies, if you have body issues, you work at fixing it, but make sure you're happy with yourself despite any flaws you have with yourself. And once you can get in that mindset that, okay, I may have to work on that area of my life. Okay, I see a few extra pounds. Maybe I should start eating better, or whatever it is. I don't care. But just know that despite all that, you're not going to feel bad about yourself. You love who you are, you're a good person, and you can generally enjoy life despite any problems you may have with your body. And that is key. That is basically key. And I'm not saying I didn't struggle with any of that growing up, and especially as being a teenager in high school is the worst. So if you can get through that and still live a normal life and still enjoy yourself, you have made it. So I just want all those young women out there, if you do see this video, to be encouraged and to make sure that you are not alone. And I know the whole body positivity movement thing, oh yeah, we're with you, but the moment you turn your back on wanting to be fat, it is definitely toxic, and it is the opposite of positive. But I look up body neutrality because that's what I support. And I know at a young age your health might still be fine despite your weight, but once you hit like 30 and above, you're going to find that your health problems become more and more serious, and sometimes to the point where it's almost too late to do anything about it. So I would definitely caution on that whole positivity movement and fat acceptance, but just make sure that you're not predicated on your body image to determine your self-worth and your value. Period.